Don't touch that dial now, we're just getting started. Do I have everybody's attention now? My name is Spectre, and welcome to a special Halloween edition of my show. And today I'm going to do things a little differently. You see, I love the season. This is my favorite time of year. And around this time of year, I like to tell stories. You see, I'm a good storyteller. I write novels. I don't tell people about that, but, you know, it's something that I want to perfect. If I can terrify you, if I can scare you, it should be a lot of fun, right? But let me tell you something really scary. I want you to look yourself in the mirror. All that lack of potential, all that insecurity. I want you to stare into the mirror and I want you to tell it, welcome home. Because you invited it. I'd hate to be that guy, but vanity being humanity's greatest weakness is perhaps an excellent strength. I want you to know me. And to do that, you have to look into the mirror and you have to imagine a world where that doesn't exist. No insecurity, no fear. You stare into the mirror and that person is exactly who you want to be. I want you to take a moment. I want you to stare into the mirror and I want you to feel powerful. Oh, I want you to imagine that that's a everyday thing. You can't cut it off. There's no off switch. It's always you. What are you willing to sacrifice to make sure that that feeling never stops? Will you sacrifice your friends, family, social interaction, morality? There's no turning back now. You're gonna hurt a lot of people along the way. You may never find love. Given you won't want it. But are you willing to forfeit that? Forfeit the possibility? I've spoken to a lot of people and they'll tell me, oh, they won't sacrifice it for anything. Because what they think is that I'm boxed in. I'll live my life being completely unfulfilled, but in the end I know that that's not the facts. But they raise a very important question. What happens when what's right is left and what's left isn't very much at all? Awareness. The mind takes over, tries to substitute all the missing capacities. It gets a little bit overactive, maybe. In some cases, enhancing the mental capacity of an individual. In other cases, allowing a sick mind to degrade even further. Now, lucky for me, I'm a well-educated individual, and all it has done for me is force me to philosophize. Any question I don't have an answer to, I find it. Find something that makes sense to me, that's tangible, right? I'm not interested in your gods or any of that. Those are excuses. Those are reasons not to search for the truth. And I see it so often. People forfeit the ability to find out what's real because they'd rather not know. It's funny how daunting the truth is, right? Leaves so many people so afraid. Truth isn't scary, people. Uncertainty, that's scary. That's when it dawned on me. The whole infrastructure of society is built upon one principle: fear. Any rule or regulation put into place is to avoid something terrible from happening. And perhaps the only thing I can substitute for security is freedom, right? And then I heard her calling to me from the distance. She spoke sweet things. She was an angel, but a devil at the same time. And she answered all of my questions. And I'd hate to play the pronoun game, but despite knowing her for so long, I never knew her name. Only her face. as the moon, unblemished, unaffected by age, and yet her hair was silver, and her eyes were aflame. She told me, "Come sit here on the edge. Let us watch the world burn together." But when I sat beside her, I didn't see a fire. I saw people going about their days as normally as they could. But before I could ask her, she said to me, "Can't you see it? They're suffering. This is a torment greater than any flame can achieve. Mediocrity." And she said this with sincerity. And for that moment, I believed her. But it was her eyes. I think it was the fire in her eyes. She could see how miserable everyone else was. So when she asked me to come and watch the world burn, through her eyes, I'm sure it was. And I can only imagine the terror it would rack upon a normal person, seeing the world through her eyes. This porcelain woman, as she sat upon the edge of the earth, and she sang. She's got the whole world in her hands. She's got the whole wide world in her hands. I could tell from the way that she sung that she was talking about herself. And I imagined that she was an angel sent from heaven to expose feeble humanity. But when those eyes fixed upon me, I was never the same again. Ciao. Au revoir.